Have you ever had that dream of building your own business, but you just get completely stuck on where to even begin? I mean, it feels overwhelming, right? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down a really powerful blueprint that can take you from zero, literally zero, to $1 million in revenue. And look, this isn't some get-rich-quick nonsense. It's a real, proven framework from Daniel Priestley, an entrepreneur who has actually been there, done that, and built multiple successful companies. So let's dive in. This is the big one, isn't it? The question that keeps you up at night. It just feels so huge, almost impossible. Maybe you have a job, a family, your time is already stretched thin, and you're thinking, is this kind of thing even possible for someone like me? Well, the answer is a huge, loud yes. But here's the secret, and it's a big one. It's not about being some kind of genius or catching a lucky break. It's about following a process, a recipe. Yeah, it might take you a little longer if you're juggling a full-time job and a family, for sure. But the actual steps, they're the same for everyone. So what are they? I want you to think of this whole journey like a roadmap, and it's got two really distinct parts. First, you've got the preparation phase. This is all the stuff you do before you even think about quitting your job or officially starting the business. And then you've got the building phase, where you actually bring your idea to life. This structure is so important because it separates the learning from the launching. So let's jump into phase one, the training period. This is essential stuff. Before you risk any serious time or money, you have to learn the rules of the game. You've got to test your own entrepreneurial muscles. This is where you build the foundation for everything that comes next. The first step is maybe the most counterintuitive one you'll hear. It's called the 766 apprenticeship. Basically, you go find a small, profitable business. We're talking 7-figure revenue, 6-figure profit, and you work there for 6 months. This is not about climbing some corporate ladder. It is about getting a real-world MBA in how a business actually runs. You'll get to see how decisions are made, how the money really flows, and just as important, where you fit into that puzzle. It completely rewires your brain. Okay, so after that apprenticeship, or maybe even during it, you move on to this brilliant little contained experiment, the 90-day side hustle. And listen, this isn't about building your forever business. The key here is that it has a very clear start and end date. The entire goal is just to complete one full cycle, from idea to getting it done, and to see if you even like doing it. The mantra for this whole phase is fast, cheap experiments. Right now, your idea is just in your head, and you're probably only about 40% right about what people actually want. So how do you figure out the other 60%? The source gives this hilarious analogy. Imagine you want to test Tabasco-flavored toothpaste. You wouldn't go and build a whole factory, would you? No, you just mix some Tabasco into a tube of Crest and hand out free samples on the street. That's the mindset. So how many people do you need to talk to for your little experiment? What's the magic number? Well, to start, it's 30. Just 30 conversations. That's enough to give you your first real signal from the market, to know if you're even pointed in the right direction. And once you get that initial thumbs up, the next milestone is 150 conversations. This is where you go from just a gut feeling to having some real data. You'll start to see patterns, and you can genuinely start to fine-tune your idea based on what real people are actually telling you. Okay, so you've learned, you've tested, you've gotten some validation. We are now officially moving out of the prep phase and into phase two, building the actual foundation of your business. This is where the idea starts to get really real. So how do you actually find that golden million-dollar idea? The process is surprisingly simple. First, brainstorm 10 ideas. Then, you run them through a filter called the 3 Ps. Does it solve a significant pain? Do the customers actually have the ability to pay? And can you justify a high price point? Once you've done that, you look for what's called the founder opportunity fit. Which idea really lines up with your passions, your story, your mission? You know, one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make is trying to be a hero and do it all themselves. This framework says that's a huge mistake. You need a 2-person scout team. And it's not just about splitting up the work either. It's about ideas literally compounding, keeping each other motivated, and just flat out moving twice as fast. So with your Scout team ready to go, you build your MVP, your minimum viable product. And don't let that term scare you. This doesn't have to be some complex piece of software. It could literally be a simple landing page to see if people will sign up for a waitlist. I mean, think about it. If people won't even give you their email address, they're probably not going to give you their credit card number. It's all about validating demand before you build anything big. All right, you've got your idea, your partner, your MVP. Now comes the part that, let's be honest, scares most people to death: making those first sales. Welcome to phase 3, where your business stops being a project and starts being a real thing because you have paying customers. The word sales, it just brings up these images of like pushy used car salesmen and really awkward conversations, right? But what if I told you it doesn't have to be like that at all? What if a sales call is really just a structured, helpful conversation? See, a good sales call isn't about pushing a product. It's about being a problem solver. And it all boils down to these 3 simple questions. Seriously, that's it. Think of yourself as a doctor trying to diagnose a patient. Once you truly understand their pain, then and only then can you offer the right prescription. So as you start to get some traction, your little team is going to expand. You'll have the standard roles, sales, customer success. But this framework includes a secret weapon, a role that can literally supercharge your growth and your credibility almost overnight. And that secret weapon is the associate key person of influence. This is an absolute game changer. This is somebody in your industry who already has the trust and the reputation that you're trying to build from scratch. By partnering with them, you can essentially borrow their credibility, which opens doors that would have been slammed shut in your face otherwise. Now for the final phase. You've got customers, you've got a small team. The goal of phase 4 is to take all that initial hustle and grind and turn it into a repeatable, scalable machine that just brings in revenue consistently, month after month. And how you achieve that scale is by creating what's called a product for prospects. Instead of trying to sell your big, expensive core offer right out of the gate, you promote a low-commitment first step: a free webinar, a sample pack, a cool online quiz. This lets you attract hundreds of potential customers at once and then gently lead them towards your main product. Now, this whole process is powered by what's called a perfect, repeatable week of consistent sales and marketing activities. And look, it's not glamorous. The source uses this incredible analogy from The Shawshank Redemption. Getting out of the prison of your 9 to 5 isn't some quick escape. It's the slow, methodical work of tunneling out one tiny spoonful of rock at a time. Sending those DMs, making those calls, that's you tunneling to freedom. And here, you can see how it all clicks together in what's called the value creation loop. You start by finding the right idea for you. That's the founder fit. You test it with an MVP to find product market fit. Then you go to market with your first customers, you scale up your systems, and eventually, you have the option to exit. It's a complete, repeatable cycle for building a valuable business from the ground up. So, once you've built this system, and it's running like a well-oiled machine, you are suddenly faced with a choice, and it's a great choice to have. You don't have to just keep scaling to the moon. You actually get to decide what kind of business you really want to run. And that choice, it usually comes down to 2 paths: a lifestyle business or a performance business. A lifestyle business is all about freedom. It's designed for a great income with a small, tight-knit team. A performance business, on the other hand, is built for a massive exit. You're scaling aggressively with the big goal of being acquired someday. Knowing which path you're on from the beginning changes every single decision you make along the way. So there you have it, the whole blueprint from $0 to $1 million. It's a series of clear, actionable steps, not some mysterious lottery ticket you have to hope you win. So the only question left for you is this: what is your first, fast, cheap experiment going to be?